Please click the thumbs up, like, and subscribe, and the bell notification. Thank you. Please click the thumbs up, like, and subscribe, and the bell notification. Thank you.
Ragashanti live. Ragashanti live. Oh, time. Ready.
I Mixup An Blenda time.
I'm want to call and talk of the King's Day.
That's the reason I'm done with him, because I see the boy have me to get a beard with the same Raga.
Hold on. The boy have you and the girl a beard with the same red rock?
Yes. Raga.
Yeah.
Beside the girl with the next side of story about the red Raga.
Then people that look at me and say you're Haganiering because the way we are.
Yo, that word they're mad. Aganeering. Aganeering to the flipping world.
Hi. Ragashanti, I did mix up daddy. Hallelujah. Ragashanti go on and on. Yes, Ragashanti. Don't you know how Richie feelings this, right? And you know me have to listen to your program because you talk a crocus bag of things with scandal side of it.
I Mixup An Blenda time.
Ragashanti live. Ragashanti live. Ragashanti live. Check.
I Mixup An
Check.
Blenda time.
Ragashanti live.
Check.
Ragashanti live. Ragashanti live.
Check.
Check.
I Mixup An Blenda time.
Ragashanti live. Ragashanti live. Ragashanti live.
I Mixup An Blenda time.
Ragashanti live. Ragashanti live. Ready up now. Ready up now. Ready up now. Ready up now. Ragashanti live. Ragashanti live. Ragashanti live. Check. Yo, Prezi, something on sound the same tonight. Me don't know why, you know, Prezi. Something don't sound the same tonight. Man, I feel a buck that's sitting here over here so feet reach the valley. I want to go on, Prezi. Look like some look a good zoom in I think there, you know. Me have a look a robotic sound me I get in my voice here and thing, you know. People big up on themselves. No man, something. Check. All right. Yo, people bless up on yourself in the night. I bless up on yourself. I'm in name Ragashanti. I'm here, Miss Church. Something on song. All right, I could juggle. Okay, move this thing over so. Look a bit. All right. Yo, people. Why me just run off on one flight, you know, and thing, you know, do that for do some look at daddy things and thing and have to drop down in Florida there and all these things and go to Florida today and shut up back from Florida, come up back and all these things and busy on the road, you know. Come straight over here and sit. You know where it go. Things have to done, you have to do and all these things, you know. Bless up on yourself, people. Answer greetings and respect in I-90 and whatever. People, there's a lot happening in the United States. We're not going night, but in a year we're going with Ringy. Big drama up here. I know said no phone and to follow up them news there. And thing. But something unprecedented has happened. The Federal Bureau of Investigation, the FBI, the National Law Enforcement Agency in the United States, has raided Ringy place, and raid Ringy yard for documents. You know, people, this is unprecedented. Right? I mean, not only is it unprecedented, people, but the way them are sitting here going on. In the United States Constitution, them have, amendments to the Constitution that are, you have the First Amendment, which is bandied about a lot. You have a lot of them little cases there with the First Amendment of freedom of speech. But you have the Fourth Amendment, which has to do with searches. And basically the Fourth Amendment say, United States law enforcement is not allowed to engage in unreasonable searches of members of the United States citizenry. You understand? And that for a search to be legal, you must have something in probable cause. That means, you have to have probable cause and you have to have a search warrant, to conduct a legitimate, bona fide Fourth Amendment search. We can hold up in a court of law, because if you don't do the search the right way, and then you bring case against the whoever the defendant is, then basically I say, well, you kill your case right there. So even if the defendant guilty, if you don't do the search, first of all, it have to be a constitutionally approved, a Fourth Amendment approved search. And then it have to be done with the right protocol. But the way of the search, there's something going on. If you get the search warrant, if you do a bona fide Fourth Amendment search, you have to go to a judge. And the judge have to approve a search warrant. And when you go to the judge, you have to prove a thing named probable cause. Now, probable cause basically means you have to look for some evidence, But you have to give the judge some evidence for convince the judge, say, you need to get this additional evidence, because based on the evidence where you present to the judge, criminality is occurring. And you need, based on the criminality where you establish is occurring, with the evidence where you get the judge, you need to go in there now to do a search in order to prevent, further whatever happen, or to get additional evidence and things. But basically, the judge, the probable cause element of the United States Fourth Amendment in the United States, the Fourth Amendment in the United States Constitution, you have to show some evidence. Say a criminal act has been occurring, and that necessitates the search to get more evidence, or sometimes the search have to happen in order to prevent some egregious violation. We're going to compromise the safety of the country or something, or if we don't do this now, the person may go kill again, or so you have to prove to the judge, say, we need to do this right, because the matter is urgent and it is incumbent on us to act decisively and quickly have to authorize this thing. In other words, you can't just go do the search. And when you go to the judge can't tell you no, because the judge are going to say, no, where you are present right here, so it's not pressing enough for we go say, yo, go search a thing or whatever. So when a judge approve it, it means that the prosecution did right. Now, what makes this one a little bit even more different now, we're talking about a former president of the United States of America, right? So it follows then that if you are going to go to a judge and say, we need to go search the house of a former president of the United States, even though it's not stated in the Constitution, the judge basically are going to say, well, listen to me, man, if me I going to put my name on this for approve this, you better make sure, say, whatever you're going to present to me right now for me, to establish probable cause, for me to authorize this search, this has to be so convincing for me, go ahead and do it. You understand? So whatever it is them present it, the judge approve it, and them move for Ringy house, man. So, enough people to follow them something about, the circles of people who follow up them thing and whatever. This is huge. This is huge. So, we're going to see. But that don't mean nothing to do, Because them can't go search and not find nothing. Or them can't go search and go find something about it. Me don't even help them case. It doesn't necessarily, the fruits of the search, do not necessarily, ensure, a conviction in whatever charges may even be filed. In fact, it doesn't even ensure that charges will be filed, because evidence of impropriety doesn't mean they rise to the level where, one would be guilty of, certain significant charges, right? So prosecution, enough time them know say somebody do something about them, say, boy, I'm not go ahead with that case and I don't have the evidence to win the case. So it no mean nothing like say something decisive. I got happen to Ringy. Because I am one of those who, in my opinion, I don't know. I'm not versed on these things. But I don't see the United States sending a former president to prison. Because it won't be about the former president. It would be about the United States. Like, basically, I see the government going out of them way as much as possible if them are go, even if them find him guilty of something and say, boy, some punishment of a go on and whatever. I see, first of all, it's going to be long and drawn out. It's going to reach the Supreme Court. And I see this being some sort of compromise to save face without damning the presidency of the United States, into the space where, one of them is a convicted criminal. And I don't see them do it, but hey, we live in unprecedented times in this country, so a lot has happened already that many people have said that they would have never thought that those events would have occurred, and they did indeed happen. So we don't even know what is what, but just that this is huge and unprecedented. Anyway, that has some of the local politics stuff and thing we are going up here in America as America continue in a turmoil with this. But I have a look at prick if we go, no? And then we'll go to the phone line and thing. So this brother and this woman here date for a while and thing and sitting. And while them a date, people talk and whatever, and you feel out one another and the conversation them get deeper and deeper and deeper. So while them a date, them never do nothing, them never do nothing yet, but them a talk to one another and, the reasoning reach a level one time now, them end up ask each other if them do that something there, which is swiping, if them do the oral thing. So the way the conversation go down, both of them say them do it. And the woman even say she love do it. She said she love it. She love it, man. She said it just rock her world when she do it. Say she love do it, And him tell her, say him love do it. According to him, so that conversation was had. And so after that, them have whole heap of conversation after that, and them never do nothing. But them have whole heap of conversation after that and thing and whatever. But it never come up back in. So several months pass and thing and them end up there now and them they out right now. And start do the something of them. Them start do the things them and whatever. So him say, because them did have the conversation there already, and because them attack on phone and a date for a while, for months and whatever, him say the second time them a do the things, him go swipe. Him say him swipe her and she like it. Him say she love it, man. Because him say him bad for him swiping, and thing and whatever. But him say him do it and she never do it. So him say after that pretty much every time them do them thing, him do it. But she don't do it. So after a while, him kind of pray and I wonder I walk one. But him say because them did have that really good conversation where the two of them did upfront with them one another and thing, he considered it a non-issue. But then him confused as to why when them a juggle and a go on and him keep on and do it and she love it, him a say she not do it back. So one I time them a do it now whatever and him bring it up. After him bring it up now and I ask her to do it, she said to him, say, she can't do it right now. But, and she will explain why. She says a health issue. And she will explain why. But she has said she don't want to talk about it now because that will spoil the vibe what them have. And she said, I could just do this now and whatever. And then, you know, tomorrow when we're not in other space where we are enjoy ourselves, I will tell you and things. So, him say next day now in the evening and thing after I two of them come home from work. Them not live I see him. Them not live, even though them there, them not live I see him. But him say she call and she say, yo, I want to talk to you about that something there, you know. And she basically I say, yeah, you want to say, I have one little health issue in my mouth, you know. And my orthodontist tell me say, I know for swipe, you know. You know them they use the BJ word. Me I use swipe, right? So she said that our orthodontist tell her so she not for swipe. Because she have one look at health issue with her gum them and thing will affect her gum and all her teeth there. So him saying a female, him must say him never hear nothing so yet. So he must say what kind of health issue that? She say, you know, say my teeth them not really stable in her my teeth them not really stable in the gum them, you know, and them kind of fragile away and thing and whatever, you know. So my orthodontist said there's certain work, I have to do some work first for my mouth, you know, before I can do them something there, whatever. Some work for kind of straighten up your teeth or straighten up whatever. So he must say, like, what kind of work? Like, I could have what? Like, is it? So she said, no, I mean, I really understand them something there, you know. And whatever, you know, him just tell me, say, I must avoid them sort of aggravating something there and thing. So he must say, like, so why you not do it? So she said, no, man, because it's going to cost $12,000 to $14,000. People in America, where they, you know, so we attack $12,000 to $14,000 US dollar. $12,000 to $14,000. So basically, this woman here explain a thing to the general and I tell him, say, right now, you can't get a headers. The only way you get a headers is unless me go do this thing here, this medical thing here, where it cost $12,000 to $14,000 in order to fix our gum and our teeth, them, for strengthening them up or whatever the case may be. So when they tell me, you know, I laugh, and I say, I see me in my mind, I laugh to the rock, and I say, you know, me never peg her like a local scammer and a canis and whatever. So I say, dog, you believe her? I say, no, you know, so me not too believe her and thing or whatever. I say, me know me have one orthodontist link, man. Because I go call him and thing and whatever, and, you know, and see what I go on, because me don't know about no $12,000 to $14,000. That's some big money them there. Lie the girl I tell me. So I go so boom now and call Bossy about it and thing. And when me tell him the price, Bossy say, no man, a baby money that man for, you know, for certain mouth work we have to do. So I say, you serious? And I say, I want material again. And I say, nah man, like man say mouth work can run from 10,000 to 100,000. I say, I lie, I tell him, say, yeah, man. Him say, well, and I like 100,000 one time, you know. Him say, usually them type of thing that them go on for a while. Him say, you have mouth work where I'll have to do over a year, you know. And him say, depending on what is to be done, how serious it is, how spread it is, how severe it is, and who it's being done with, because him said just like law and them something or whatever, is a thing where different orthodontists charge different price. Him say whether plastic surgery or whatever, you know, him say depending on all where you're there and, you know, the track record of this and that, him say, money can really shoot up. But him say, here we know. The advice, there can be situation where an orthodontist really tells somebody, say, you have to be careful because your teeth this and that. Him say you have ailments and like sickness or whatever. With them something that can really come up. But him say, usually when them something that come up though, like you can't even eat dumpling and hard food and them something there. So he might say she eat hard food and whatever. I say, yo, me no know, you know. You know, so marriage cost if you hard pay $10,000 for implants over a 1 year period. So I go to Bumps and call back in general and I say, dog, she eat dumpling. And him say, yeah, she eat dumpling. So I say, like, then how she eat dumpling? And then, you know, I say, I chat to the boss, man, and the boss say, yo, the money they actually small still to certain mouthworks or go on, you know, with the orthodontist and thing, which me never know. Just so you know, I never know, so them big money they run this, you know, and whatever. But the brother say, oh, no. He must say, yeah, she eat dumpling and them thing and whatever. So he must say, yo, something and something, because I chat to the boss and the boss say, yeah, you have certain ailments, mouth ailments where, you know, people can't eat hard food and them something and thing. But, you know, yeah, you know, you can't get headache. You have to be careful with headaches with your teeth and your gum, I guess. Which, from what I have read, it's kind of, well, well, I mean, one could say, well, you really don't use your teeth for that activity, you know, but from what I have read, though, even though you don't use your teeth for that activity, assuming the person knows shadow, because from what I have read, the amateur, them go end up I use teeth and I make teeth getting out of the way. No, that me read about, yeah, but but again, from what I've read, if you really think about it, even if you're good at what you do and you not use teeth, I guess teeth and gums still involved with them can get irritated and aggravated in a way where if the doctor's advice is that you should not be doing such things, then yeah. I guess, yeah. Even if teeth not involved in them something there, it's still, you know, being done in a way, again, from what I've read, it's still being done in a way where, you know, those parts of the oral cavity, the mouth, they're involved in some way to where they can be irritated and all these things and things, all right? But I'm not an orthodontist, obviously. Me not a mouth doctor or anything like that or whatever. I think this woman here is a Gina. I think this woman here is a Gina because from what I understand, like, even if she have something like that, right? Clearly it is not something so pronounced that, you know, it is a mouth tender and inflamed or anything like that where, you know, cause him said them kiss and him said them kiss strong and thing and whatever. So what I say is, even if, cause she says she do it and she love do it and all these things. So what I say is, even if she, you know, even if she can't go hard and whatever, clearly, let's just say even though she, let me say, even if she not eat banana, right? If she not eat some tough banana and some tough dumpling, good God, man, she not can't treat it like she eat one overripe banana or something and be junk, and, you know, and do look at something see me. I'm just saying. And still do look at something see me. It sounds to me like she's a little genial and thing and whatever, and probably I try to take her food off him and thing and Me no know. But me never hear that yet. But again, the orthodontist say you can have situations like that where, where you have to be careful with them type of something then. But again, there is some inconsistency there. And thing where the general says she eat dumpling and tough food, and him say she eat chicken and she draw chicken off a bone and she eats stew, beef and all them something there, whatever. So, that to me that is inconsistent. But I'm not the authority or whatever. So we're going to break and we'll come back. You don't tell me what you think about that and anything else you want to call in about and sitting. All right? All right, break time. President, do your thing.
It's the BRIDGE99 FM.
How you deal with?
Gonna leave.
Ragashanti live. Ragashanti live. Ragashanti live.
876-676-4996. 876-676-4996 are the number that. Give it a call right there now from Jamaica. 876-676-4996. 876-676-4996. Or if you're calling from the United States or Canada, the toll-free number is 888-546-8742, 888-546-8742, 888-546-8742, 888-546-8742. One more time, 888-546-8742. And again, if you are called from Jamaica, 876-676-4996, 876-676-4996, 876-676-4996. Of course, call him about anything you want to call him about, or if you have any response to the thing that we mentioned at the beginning of the show. Well, I just want to big up on the people who deal with the Grand Gala thing down there, Jamaica and thing. We see some innovation and thing in terms of some effects and all these things. And people just celebrate the nation and, and them say 60th, anniversary and things. So all over the globe in the Jamaican diaspora and thing, you have different events. I celebrate what is referred to as Jamaica's 60 years of Jamaica's independence, which is fraught with all kinds of debate. But at the same time, again, I respectfully submit that we do indeed have a lot to celebrate, in terms of our accomplishments as a nation. And all those people out there who have done us proud, particularly ghetto people. Most of the things them what people do out there was stand out, for the country and whatever. I get where it come from, Most of them are ghetto people. From reggae music to athletics and whatever. All of them people. I know the elite class of people from Jamaica. People from some humble background and thing and whatever. And we have to give thanks to that, So big up yourself, Jamaica, and thing. Right, we celebrate Emancipation Day. I will celebrate Independence Day. And the celebration them not done up here in New York because you have all kind of things where I go on. Well, DJ Roy and Chef Garfield's boat ride was on yesterday and thing. And it went well. There was a bit of some snafu at the beginning. And that had nothing to do with DJ Roy and Chef Garfield. It was basically with the people who come early and stand up in a line, them naturally form the line alongside the boat. And then the people who run the place and the city government and them something there with the law and regulation, them come and tell them people, hundreds of people, say, form the line the wrong way. And one of the people them come out of the line and if you walk, we go down on one next line and if you walk, come round back again and whatever. That the time the people them don't come early and this and that and that led to some, some problems, regarding, weird. So I don't organize the thing. So them they think a Chef Garfield and DJ Roy never really match out the thing the way they should have. but it wasn't their fault really, you know. But after that, people came on board, and we had a wonderful time, you know. Again, 5 floors of partying on the yacht. The yacht is huge. It's called the Cornucopia Majesty, and you know, we had a wonderful time, you know, wonderful time. I just want enough respect to the people who come out and support DJ Rai and Chef Garfield. Big boat ride with them keep and thing. And big up all of the people who go to other boat ride them. All of them sell out. Ricky Genius boat ride sell out and thing and whatever areas. And I hear me always saying to people, enough is there for everybody. Nobody no need for watch nobody else and whatever, you know. You just have to get, you know, do look at creativity and put in the work for your event and them something. But enough is there for everybody. All right, 876-676-4996, 876-676-4996. And give me the call and talk when I want to talk. A brother, I date somebody, and she says she strike him, you know, as like refined and uptown. And they were in Florida. I was in Florida today. So they were at a certain place in Florida. Florida, you have these, I've been to one of them. You have these people who, them say a farm, but it's not farm in the sense where we know it as farm. Well, let me be careful. I guess it's still a farm. But you have these fruit, like these people with these properties with all kinds of fruits. You know, when them plant up, it's a thing in Florida. And then you just pay your money and you go there and thing and you can buy, you know, natural organic fruits, and you can walk around and pick some of the fruit them and thing or whatever. So you have not one, I've been to a few, you know. Well, I've been to about 2 or 3, you know. 3 of them. And sitting there. So anyway, him go there with her and whatever, and he was surprised to see her climb a coconut tree. And he said, no, she just never strike me as somebody who can climb a coconut tree, you know. So where she come from and thing and whatever. Someone said, well, probably you never ask her where she really come from. He said, no, she just said she'd been climbing when she looked young, she climbed tree. So she was tomboyish and whatever. So, you know, theme thing is like, yeah, she was tomboyish. I know a girl who climbed tree, but he must say, yo, most man can't even climb coconut. It's interesting, some of the things there was some man it's interesting some of the things them where can emasculate a man, you know? Or not necessarily emasculate, but make a man uncomfortable with woman. The first time me meet a woman we love drink Guinness, you know, it never go over too well with me, you know? And it's interesting the things them where we learn, but we're not aware that we learn them. You know, like we have these rules and regulations in our mind, and we don't know that we have them until something happens that trigger that response from you, that whether it is approving and you know and fun, or it is rejecting and uncomfortable and awkward and things like that. Yeah, the first time me meet a woman who drink Guinness and thing. Oh, see when you drink Guinness and smoke weed and them. That it threw me off. Because when you grew up, woman don't drink Guinness. Woman don't like Guinness. Like Guinness is a man something, you know. You know your mind just man drink Guinness. Woman drink Guinness, you know, but what woman drink Guinness now, there's a thing in Jamaica. I don't know if it's still going, but when we grew up, it was a big thing. Me actually never like it, but it was a big thing. If you make carrot juice on Sunday and throw either dragon or Guinness in it. But them time, me never like Guinness because Guinness did bitter. Years later, when me a man, me grew up, I love Guinness and thing. I just love all the hot Guinness and thing. But when me I picnic, I grew up, and them love put dragon or Guinness in a carrot juice. Again, it's a Sunday It's one of them Sunday thing there at Jamaica. I don't know if people still do it. I don't think it's still done, you know. I can't. I mean, carrot juice still drink, you know. But well, I know it's not a thing up here in America. It's not something where people. I'm not aware of it being. Prezi, you think is that thing up here? So people with carrot juice with Guinness and Jack, them still do it up here? Up here for real? Okay. Prezi say, yeah, that still rings up here and thing. Well, probably it still go on at Jamaica. Well, so Cheryl Bless said she make it on Sunday. Diva Frisky say, yeah, it's still done. And thing or whatever. So, you know, give me the call, Prezi. I guess people still do it, but I never like it. I think it make the carrot the bitter back. Hello, oh, turn off your radio in the background. Hello? Hello? Yeah, turn off the radio in the background.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, wagwa.
Just do it a while.
Yeah, wagwa.
Alright, I wrote me there and said, me hang up on you, don't call back, yeah?
Yeah. As if I would.
Put it into the subject. Put it into the subject where you start.
Which one?
With the lady and the head game.
Oh, okay, yeah, okay. See?
I don't.
Yeah, talk a little faster, you know. When you talk, you kind of late back. Talk a little fast. Yeah.
Yeah, it kind of sound like a scamish. But you know, she still could have even try. She still could have try and don't go too hard. She just make Virgin. She said, she make Virgin feels at least.
Yeah, she could have look something, no, yeah.
Yeah. If I'm to lip it, she could have lip it.
What?
If I'm to lip it.
No, yeah, that statement beg for some follow-up questions, you know. But unfortunately, if this was free up. If we were on free up on Thursday, I would definitely. There is certain follow-up question, but what you know for you, code, I don't go too far. But when they say lip it now, I think I know what you're referring to. You know, that's what I'm imagining. So you say at least you could have gone and look at lip action, don't some look at lip mints, don't.
Yeah. Remember, she didn't have to go like that. You remember the FBI guy in the 60s when they called Throat. She didn't have to do all of that, you know? Yeah,
deep throat. This 60s, this was in the Watergate. I think it was the Watergate,
yeah.
And them said deep
she
throat.
She never have to work with him. Yeah, she never have to work with the Watergate.
No, but hold on. Careful now, because from what I have read, you can't use deep throat for say, well, she never have to do the regular thing, because deep throat is not the regular. Deep throat is exceptional enough from what I've read. A little bit of woman do, well, there are more women doing it now from what I've heard, but a still little bit of woman know for do deep throat and not choke and all them something, you know.
True.
Right, so you can't really use that as the standard and say, well, you never have to do the regular thing, which is deep throat. No, deep throat is not regular. Apparently, the woman them have a skill and whatever for you, and if you can do that and still all breathe properly and all these things and whatever, you know. And thing. But basically, I said she never have to do the regular thing. She could have just go on. If I even for chups it, don't it? If I even chups it, don't it? If I even chups it, like greet it, you know? Greet it and say hello, wagwan. You know, so I can't really go on and all that. Yeah, you know.
She should have. If I'm to say good morning, sir, you know. If I'm to say good morning, sir.
But no, what me say now? If you don't, don't you know, say when you not get deep kiss, you can still get a little kiss and thing and whatever for sure, say. Some solidarity there and some balance there. And not even that, he generally say him not get nothing, no little chups or nothing.
Listen, a 5% out of 100 sometimes can satisfy you, you know.
I'm not sure what you're actually saying there, you know.
Me say 5% out of the 100.
Yeah.
She not have to do the 100.
Oh, okay.
Could have started a virgin. She not have to do the 100.
No, man, I look at presents and thing. You know, like she could have said, listen now, me can't bite up a lollipop, you know, because it's going to get in my teeth and the diabetes. But you know what, you know, you can say, you suck a lollipop a little bit and then put it down after. But at least you can say, boy, a lollipop never waste, you know, because at least too small, look, you know, too small when name they go and pack. And not even that. Yeah.
So she come off as a canard is not. You show off my virgin now, you know. You show off my virgin now, my virgin don't get hype up already because she say she work for the FBI, you know, so she good at what she do and her head game is excellent. So my virgin go and interview and say, okay, wait. So he said she even got some woman then tell him the thing. Yeah. And give her 1 kiss or 2 kiss or 2 kiss. That whole my virgin for maybe a 3 weeks and him not even a pressure already. But it kind of sound, she kind of sound we have now, even when she talk about the 15 grand, which is.
Hold on, not telling a lie for no woman. The woman said 12 to 14. Oh.
12 to 14?
That is what she said.
After the nearest 115. She ain't got
Well, he said, let's round it up. We work with the fives. We work with multiples of fives.
Yeah. So the 15, where that kind of show my virgin half a week, I must say, then, you know, should have give me a little present, man, and send me out away.
What I find suspicious and thing, this is the part when I'm mixing. If what she says is true, and if when she did a talk about it, she was so enthusiastic and exuberant about it and whatever, that would have been the perfect time for say, yeah, man, but, you know, at the present time, I can't do it. Why should we wait and make it go on out and thing and not say nothing and him and do it, you know? And when him go say something at that time, usually when them something they are true and whatever, you know, and then woman get comfortable with you. And if woman have a little thing, if woman have a little issue with something, then we say, about that thing and, you know, you know, and them, you know, them usually tell you up front, but, you know, me have a little situation and bam. Me find it suspicious that them da go on, and when him go say something, at that time she go say Ray and I give him that pill, you know.
So you know, more you put on the doctor coat, you know, and help me with it. Cause it happened to me too, you know. Cause I go a yard and me and two friends are roll, and the song I play, and them I say, you know, say me I go to the party later because them have a buckle deep throat contest. Down in that short. Mm-hmm. So me quiet in the car now, cause me never know say what them a go and what them a talk about it and
come on, think that in a club at Jamaica. Come on, something like that.
Yeah, hold on, man. Yeah. But you know, the one when me a pre now, when me come back in now and I give her the talk and I give her the text, she said, no, you're not doing the thing there.
So what's wrong with that?
No, me I say, when she's at the car, she say.
Yeah.
They will have a contest over there with a buckle later and she enter down in her throat.
Oh, she said she enter?
So, yeah.
Hold on, did she enter?
No, me never go at the party. I share her friend in the car. But try first, me really meet them per se. Them a talk, somebody go in a party and down in the throat, but down in the throat. So they ignore them. I say, we don't hear it, you know. And them I say, sir, you know, entertaining my argument. And I say, yeah, man, entertaining my argument, but you me have to work on how to deal with it. So the one we like me off now, me cool and ready. When me come back up now, me and I text her, I say, where head game. She said, no, you know, so we don't know the head game thing.
Well, that that is not kind of confused. That is a flat out contradiction there. That is something. If a woman is bold enough to go in a competition inside of an establishment, an entertainment setting, and can enter a competition with a buckle or do something like that, with all due respect, any reasonable mind thinking about that would. Because I was about to, you know, I was about to oppose what you were saying. I said, what are you talking about? There are lots of things people watch and no mind watching it, but they would never do it. Lots and lots of something. Whole heap of something people watch and don't mind doing. But to say that the person is comfortable going into a competition doing it, I put a buckle down in her mouth and crowd a reel and thing and she approximate or simulate, fellatio or headers as we say or whatever. And then for that person say, no, that is something I don't really do. I'm opposed to that. I don't do it. That is unlikely. That is unlikely. That is unlikely. Something now makes sense.
You're the next one. You're the next thing when we hear some of them talk. Say, me will make a female do the carpet munching, but me not give headers. You never hear that talk there?
Yeah.
Like a girl that say, say a girl say, me make a girl do a carpet munching, but me no in the head, me not give no man no head.
Well, that is just one variation of. No, people can do it to me, but me not do it. That is common. A lot of people say that. Yes, people have done it to them, or they will let people do it to them, but they have never done it, or they will never do it. That is one version of that. A whole heap of people talk them way there. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it kind of confusing. That's mixed signal.
Why? Hold on. Why is that mixed signal though?
Because if you show me, say, you will swipe a girl, but you won't give a man a head. You kind of...
No. What you do, you will swipe, say that a woman will swipe her next woman, but won't give a man a head? Won't give a man a head?
You never hear some people say that?
Yeah, but that is not unusual. You find that unusual?
The first time you hear about it.
Listen to me. All right, I'm going to say something to you. You have people out there who are bisexual, right?
Yeah.
But you have deep, all of that. That's why I tell people, say, no, for careful with that threesome. So I don't know, people running by threesome and them head mash up. Because even though you have a whole heap of people bisexual, right? You have people more for them version of bisexual can be more bi to one side than the other side, based on what them do and what them won't do.
Happen to be in a 3 years too.
Oh, okay. But you have done a lot, man.
Yeah, man.
You're quite accomplished.
No, man, not a lot. Bridget, wipe out your eyes, Wipe out your eyes.
No, I'm just saying.
Wipe out your matter. Wipe out your matter, brother.
So what exactly happened to you now with our trees now? You did do a trees and what you say happened to you?
Yeah, and from the Barbados there, but she kind of more, we could have called it up now. She kind of more stronger. She have too much hormones in her.
No, you have to kind of.
Hormones, sorry.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh,
so,
yes.
She kind of have too much man hormones in her there, so you never really.
Yeah, yes.
Go on, but you never really feel it. The more feminine part tonight is fine with me, but if she. She kind of...
No, that has been that has been a problem for some men, when them go in a threesome and then, the woman them get more enthusiastic with themselves than with the man. That has been one. And one, that you have a famous one where it come in from outside. This woman, about our husband want to do a trees and she get one hot, sexy young girl who say, yeah, man, me into it and thing. And when she bring hot, sexy young girl, the young girl, the woman a pray, the man a pray, and whatever. And what make it mix up turn over, she famously, when the husband at work, she touch him on him, same name, Stanley. I make up that name. She say, Stanley, my time. So boss, you don't even look on her, no. About a little man thing, but my time. Yeah, them look at something that happen and whatever, but you have different configuration of them things there, and people have them rules. You have some people who not do certain things, but, rare.
Well, now come off it, but come off it. my brethren, a big man who me know we gamble with.
Yeah.
Him go a yard, in the yard and go a yard, when him put up him foot on his step, is a man put on the strength.
Yeah.
Me know for the side chick or a main chick, but when him go a yard,
Yeah.
or him go with the chick there,
Yeah.
is a man put on the strength.
Right.
And him not say nothing. He just go back at the bar and drink for about 3-4 hours. And go back down and go put on the strength for her. And she don't know, say. Him know, say. I certainly put her earlier. You don't make her otherwise.
Oh, but that is a separate. Is a separate. Okay, yeah, raise up something else.
Yeah, man.
Okay,
I'm gonna
okay,
show.
all right.
Yeah, me not show. Me don't gonna show you. Yeah, me. I say I come off. I show you. Me now come off.
Zin.
You know.
So you're saying that is a version of a threesome?
No, but me I say some man brave. Me wouldn't. Well, I mean,
Tell me something.
Like something when he
Tell me something. Would you consider the following a threesome? If 3 people are interacting, one stay outside while one go in.
Supervisor.
Oh, all right, go on. Yeah, man. All right, cool. Is it a threesome when more than 2 people, well, threesome or whatever, more than 2 people involved, and but when I talk about sexual abuse, we're talking about volitionally, right? You know, people, them say, this is what we are do. But when one person stay outside and then, but other people stay outside and people going one at a time, like, say 3 people are doing it, but, you know, while 2 in there, and then one come out and the next one going, is that a threesome? I don't know. I mean, what are the parameters of a threesome, you know? Is it that a threesome can only be if the 3 people simultaneously engage? I would think that is a threesome. But there are people who think that threesome is me stay outside, you go in, and when you done, you come out, and then the other person go in, and whatever. You have people who, I don't think that is a threesome. But regarding the whole thing, back to the general there and the lady what about the orthodontist and all these things and whatever. And some little thing relating to that. There is a thing out there, again, I have read. And don't leave me alone because I do read extensively on these matters. So I'm qualified to speak based on the amount of literature that I have gone through on these matters. But anyway, you have people who have this thing you have to say, while certain things are going on, for say, but I never really do this yet, you know. But, you know, I just you me I go do it with, right? But here what the running joke is, over years people are thought, this is what I think is. The people them who pretend that thing that they're not good pretenders, and them give it themselves all the while. Right? Because here what go on. The kind of go on like say them never yet do it and thing, them start to have fake ignorance about doing it good. So them deliberately make mistake. And even some of them who make mistake, them not make the mistake them good. Like the mistake them not look like real beginners mistake, you know? Because anybody in the game long enough and, you know, worse if you know say y'all you really broke out all some people in the things them and whatever and thing and whatever. You know I'm looking weird there? And you know how people go on when time them, you know, when them really don't know. When somebody a fake not knowing, it is just so obvious. We all know somebody who really, really drunk and somebody who are fake drunk. I'm using an analogy here, obviously, right? So you have some people, them know, you know, them not good pan that when them a fake it. And here the biggest mistake where some of them make now. I have read. Them with they do the fake thing for say them no know. So them they make mistake and go on this and that and whatever. And quick o'clock. In the same session when them they are fake or whatever, them get wicked in the same session there. No, that not really take. Or by the second time and thing. And no, that not really take. But of course, the thing to do there is to just play along. My suggestion to you, if you're in that position where the way that somebody wants to initiate that with you is to say that, you know, them not do it and all them something there and them they are fumble and thing and whatever, and you notice say, boy, you know, say that fumbling and no legit and thing. Just go and work with it, man. Or you see like them get bad so quick and claim say them never know about it. Just go and work with it, man. Don't say nothing. Yeah, you're helping the person. You're aiding them in in entering into that domain with you. Yeah, and thing. But you know, to all some of my people who not go draw that card and whatever. If you not go fake it like so, you don't know now. You never go work on a faking thing, man. You never go work as someone not convincing. Right? Word is, you know, because I talk to people about these things and I read about these things. And word is, what Karen Eli say, if him asks, me never do it before, and me never do it before, if me do it by my own, I go show you my skills. Oh. So, I look a friend up there in Canada, she said, if him asks, she a go say she never do it before. But she said, if she do it on her own, she a go roll out wicked pan him and give him the fullness of the skills, right? In other words, if she feel like doing it and it's her choice, then him a go get the full 100. Head a go mash up on all these things and whatever, right? Full-fledged head as him a get. But if it's a situation where she not reach a point there yet with him, and whatever, and him ask and whatever, she a say, no, me never do it yet. Cause, yeah, you know, that's something there. If you're not dead so with that person there, no, you never, she basically I said, no, from me not pre upon that level, let's say, we cannot juggle the thing that we are there. No, me never do it yet. But if it's a case now, she a say, no, where, a thing, you know, there so we're like, boom, the connection there and whatever. You might get the whole of the headers, the fullness of the thing and whatever. Well, yeah, all them meds, they are good thing, yeah, man, because clearly, you know, if I know they say you're there, I know they say you're there, yeah. You have to balance up your thing, don't see? You have to balance up your thing. If I know they say you're there, I know they say you're there. 876-676-4996. 876-676-4996. 876-676-4996. 876-676-4996. From Jamaica, if you call from the US, 888-546-8742. 888-546-8742. 888-546-8742. 888-546-8742. What is that just coming? Sometimes I have to check my phone to see if anything proper. Them are politics thing people are saying coming. We're not talking about that. All right, 876-676-4996 from Jamaica. 876-676-4996. 876-676-4996. All right, we have some friends over St. Thomas who link me and basically I say, you know, is it the case that St. Thomas is no longer viewed as the top Obeah Parish? They are from St. Thomas, you know, but yeah, I would say that has changed. right? By way of a bit of a lesser people, regarding Jamaican culture, we're a post-colonial society. Post means after. So, in other words, Jamaica was, a colony of Spain, and then the British kick out the Spanish, and then them take over. So Jamaica was a colony for hundreds of years of European country, namely Spain and England, Britain. And then after we get independence, we became post-colonial. Now the reason why them say post-colonial, and this is a term used in academia and thing quite commonly, what them really say is, yeah, we get independence, but after 400 years, some vestiges of a colonial lifestyle is still there, but officially we're independent. So post-colonial is a way of saying, elements of a colonial social order are still there, but officially we are an independent nation. So Jamaica falls within that category. We are celebrating 60 years of independence, but it's 60 years of independence of some 300 years of entrenching of a colonial mentality that became transgenerational and passed down. And I said that to set up the following understanding for you, that in a colonial society, as you all know, it is the so-called European country that is validated and established as the premier, for them lifestyle is the premier way of being. And other lifestyles are considered, and other cultures and ethnicities are considered, inferior to the colonial thing. That is standard. So, in our instance, the African culture was considered, at the worst of the worst, and the European culture was considered the best of the best. So anything African was reviled and systematically reduced of its value and was, basically demonized and in some cases made illegal, flat out illegal by the colonial order. And that is why your Jamaicans did that use a question, say you're black and ugly like. That's why your Jamaicans say you have picky head, the whole cream ear to approximate the Caucasian look and thing, and the bleaching and brown skinned people. The lighter you are this and that, and of them get the job, and of them go up on TV, and of them go in a certain, I don't know the whole thing or whatever. So, and then now the African retentions in our culture, those were not celebrated. So we have in Jamaica what we call folk forms, right? Folk as in indigenous to Jamaica and whatever. And many of these are some, synthesis of European and African, but let us be careful because we have other large ethnic groups in Jamaica who they get a little bit upset sometimes when people act like it's only African or European that they think, understandably so. Particularly Indian culture, which is so strong in Jamaica. Some of the things them don't even know. Enough of the food them where we have a Jamaica that we uniquely Jamaica. It's India them come from, I think, breadfruit and them something there. Some of the things that are iconic with brand Jamaica, ganja, is India ganja come from. I don't know about marijuana and cannabis, but even the term ganja, that is total Indian, right? Jamaican is known for curry goat, one thing that come from India. So so Jamaica is a mixture out of many one people, yeah, right? So it's not just Africa and Europe. We have our Asian culture, the Chinese, Asian, Indian, Chinese came the turn of the 20th century. They are very much strong. But the general idea under the colonial order is that the white people culture, they're at the top, and then you have certain gradations that come down. And unfortunately, the black culture is generally at the bottom. Like the worst of the worst, you know, with them wicked self. And so certain things were celebrated from other cultures. But even amongst the white people, even amongst British, English people were very discriminatory against Irish people, Irish white people, for example, right? Even though in America or whatever, the British, and that a film history, we go way back and thing where, London, the so-called seat of power, they have had many wars between themselves over hundreds of years, between different, groups of people from Wales, Scotland, Ireland and thing, and England always abuse the rest of them and things. So even amongst them have a social order. And so again, though, the African thing was always at the bottom. What happened was that after slavery was abolished on paper, some of our ancestors were on their way over to be sold as slave, but then it was abolished, but them did on them way over. So when them reach over now, slavery was abolished. But most of those people, they came from what is called the Congo region, which is kind of central sub-Saharan Africa. Sub-Saharan means sub mean below, submarine below, submerged below. So you have the Sahara Desert and thing with mostly Arab nations at the top. And then below the Sahara Desert, sub-Saharan Africa, you have more black people. Black African people, right? Mostly. And, they kind of in the middle, you have what is called the Congo region. And some, what the Europeans them call slave, our ancestors, them did, and them way over. And then slavery abolished. So by them drop on Jamaica now, they drop in a system where people never really, there wasn't a political, legal system there for denounce and eliminate and prohibit the practice of African rituals. So remember now, they'd already established anything African and black are the worst. So when them come over now, them come over in a system where it wasn't as strong. I mean, when slavery was abolished, it still have, slavery, it still have racism and them thing there. But them in a system now where they were allowed to practice their Africanness more and more. But again, they came mainly from the Congo region again, and it's the northeast part of the Congo, right? Over to, Benin, Nigeria, nearer to that side, But remember, most of our ancestors, they came from what is the Akan people, the Fanti, the Ashanti and so forth. And thing, who were on the Gold Coast, most of them in Ghana. But this particular set, they'd come over from the Congo region. And they were the ones who brought Kumina. And when they brought Kumina and all the rituals associated with it and the dance, the famous dance, because they were allowed, to practice their thing, practice their life and their worldview and the way they interpret the world and all these things, and with the corresponding symbols and so forth and thing. That was richer in its Africanness. But again, if it's richer in its Africanness, it based upon this system where we have in Jamaica at the time, the colonial order, it would have been even more diminished of its value. And after a while, people have said, why Kumina have the strongest African retention. A lot of people end up saying that. Say Kumina have the strongest African retention in terms of Jamaican folk farms. Them say Kumina have the strongest African retention. Some people disagree with that. If you go over to the western part of the country, you have a thing named Gere. You know, really Gere Benta. Some people say that really, that are the strong one or whatever. And you have some that they're African, but they're more, you know, them have, you can say more European in it. You know, quadrille is, you know, they have this European element with the ribbon them and the maypole, and you run and you twist the ribbon them and they run the dance and whatever. And then some people take issue with some of them, got them like Brookings, you know. Some people are uncomfortable with Brookings, which was mainly performed by our ancestors on the Portland side, which is interestingly is above St. Thomas, which was known as St. Thomas was known as the Kumina side, which them say are the strongest African. The one that the strongest when it's Africanness, but then right above that, you did have Brookings, tung, tung, and then because Brookings was supposed to, them must celebrate the Queen for set, you know, the people and free and whatever, which is something modern people like myself, we have a problem with, but you have to understand it in the context of them time. It's like, yo, thank you, you know, whatever, but, you know, I think she did deserve any thanks or whatever, because, and I like say, them did, she did do it, you know, out of some moral reason. It just wasn't profitable anymore for them to do it, so them just let it go. But because St. Thomas now did have the strongest African retention, that is, and then all things African was bad, and because Taki up at St. Mary did lead one rebellion and chop up a whole heap of white people and kill them. For those of you who know the story of Taki, who was a slave, one of our ancestors, and mobilized people. And when he mobilized the people them and chop up the white people them and said them no want no more slavery and all them something then. One of the things we used was they used the rituals. So just as how people when you're under stress when you pray to God, for God help you or whatever. Anywhere you go in the world, you have different religious orders where different religious setup, different religious institutions and so forth, where people pray for, you know, for God or gods to do this and that for them or whatever. So Africa is replete with that, you know. Africa that by the thousands upon thousands. So when they brought over our ancestors, them bring their culture with them have them lifestyle. So they had who they prayed to. And who they prayed to, you have different terms for it, but there's various spelling for it. One was Obeah. Now, Obeah is like it as a God. I mean, different language, different terms for it and all them something. People say Yahweh, the next one said this and that and whatever. So that was their way of mobilizing themselves. Whenever them are go in a battle and thing, them pray. But them are go pray in a how them know them pray, how them for them lifestyle for prayer that was relevant to them, which is which was from where them come from. So at that. So and they were quite and it was quite good in mobilizing you know them colleagues and so forth. And then the white people them at the time, you know, the white colonialists at the time, them never like it and them investigate it and them find out about these rituals and these prayers and things where them go through before them go in a battle and thing and they decided to make that illegal. Not only to make it illegal in the book, but to systematically implant it in the minds of, again, the people in Jamaica, that this is an evil thing, that it is ungodly and whatever. And that is how Obeah became certain African practices became a bad thing because they made it in opposition to white Christianity that them say is a good thing. And I saw African practices that was already reviled and devalued became a bad thing, right? So by the time them ancestors have come over, after the whole Taki rebellion and them thing, and them come over and them know in our system where them have practice more of them Africanness and whatever, the thing that already said say is a bad thing. So those slaves that came after the abolition of slavery. It's St. Thomas them go. It's St. Thomas them they drop. And I dare them to come in and I saw St. Thomas get the bad name. Right? I saw them start to relate to St. Thomas like it's a bad place. And with all due respect, people, someone don't even realize it, you know. He said that led to a disrespect will come right across in the modern world, you know. It's like people, them just reject St. Thomas and not give St. Thomas no ratings, disrespect St. Thomas and just revile St. Thomas and, you know, our day St. Thomas gets a nice, pretty road too and whatever and all them something, but for a long, long time and there was a thing. I must say, yo, why not disrespect St. Thomas was just always devalued, undervalued, just like, it's almost like the filth. Some people relate to St. Thomas wrongly so, like at the dump of Jamaica and whatever. The worst of the worst. And that's how it come from. And I saw St. Thomas became known as the Obeah Parish of Jamaica, based on those colonial constructs from the time of slavery and whatever that's passed down, and you know, and in terms of the timing of certain events and the interrelationship of the events in terms of the rebellions and things, and then the systematic demonization of all things African, and then, you know, who came after. So the more they think African, the more they think bad, and things like the strongest African retentions were identified in rituals, were identified, and St. Thomas became the worst of the worst. And then so St. Thomas became known as the Obeah Parish. But, interestingly, you know, over years and years and years, and we are talking about since 60s, 70s, you know, from the 70s come up till now. There have been some changes along those lines, you know. It's like St. Thomas, it is still there, you know, but the change and thing and whatever. Oh, and big up the Morgan Heritage family and thing who they challenge some of that. Big up Bounty Killer who did all bring one big stage show over there so and take on this whole thing and thing. Big up Popcorn to who did say, yo, boom, St. Thomas straight and big it up and whatever. Bounty Killer did have one stage show, they Saddle to the East and thing. Morgan Heritage family did one. You know, so there were always these efforts to like change this negative, you know, stigma that, you know, that was on St. Thomas. Again, grounded, you know, in our colonial past and thing with all them awfulness that we then go on with and all them thing there, you see? But then over the years since it's everything, it thing kind of changed. I want to tell you, the parish, no, when it take over from St. Thomas, you know, was Clarendon, you know, believe it or not, you know, Clarendon became, for a while, Clarendon was the Obeah Parish, particularly out of Veer. Who remember one of the most famous call upon Ragashanti live at Jamaica? Was always one man call and say, my Obeah man, but he must say, hey, call me a spiritualist and whatever. And him did have the two drunkro them, Florence and Flirty. He man have two pet drunkro. You know, must think I joke me I make. People are going to post in Panam, the IrieJam 360 page and tell you if I lie, me I tell. Enough people who are listening right now, no remember all the brother they will call from out of Veer and thing and whatever. Proper Obeah man. So Clarendon did turn up a thing. And then there was a time now when Westmoreland became the Obeah Parish in Jamaica. Like if you want, like some real good Obeah according to the street and thing. It was Westmoreland. And then now the interesting thing is that Westmoreland, the so-called like Westmoreland Obeah did so big. But here the thing now, Westmoreland Obeah did get big in the 90s. And I don't know if it's a coincidence or what, but in the 90s, the 90s is considered like the decade for when dancehall just blew up, right? But during that time, several of the DJ them did see a different Obeah. All DJ when me and them are good friend or whatever. People see them over there at Westmoreland and Obeah, man. Right? People see several DJ, man and woman too. I don't go Obeah, man, and people see them and all these things and whatever from them time there. So Westmoreland was the thing. Now remember, Obeah, they supposedly they everywhere in Jamaica, Everywhere you go, you have Obeah there, But some of my people, them don't like the term Obeah. Them say them are spiritualists or whatever. And then some of the people, they're Christian people with African practices that people just automatically assume is Obeah. There's a thing amongst Jamaicans that once you wrap your head or you light a candle, you engage in an Obeah, which is damn foolishness. It's foolishness, right? But it only applies to black people. Because other white European religions, them light enough candle, the Catholic Church, them love candle and smoke up and all them something and whatever. But again, based upon the residual impact of racism from our colonial past that presently exists in our post-colonial reality and thing. Those things are still strong. You know, follow the bossy people, them don't want to acknowledge it and thing like that. Them will come and them will cuss and go on and whatever and have problem with all kind of indigenous, native things to the country. And at the same time, now acknowledge that the reason why they are celebrating for them spaces is because they are grounded in the European institutions that did say them are the right thing, them are the real thing over this. And, But anyway. But interestingly, no, the parish, I don't know if it changed, right? Remember, sir, I don't know if it changed within the last 10 years or so. But the parish now, what they known for say, we take over like a top Obeah thing now, was my people in parish, St. Mary. So, when me did go so bam, I shift back and come up here like about, how many years ago now? Probably, that's about 10 years ago. When I go so boom and drop back up here and thing. St. Mary was the thing. So remember, Obeah there, supposedly they're all over Jamaica. But first it was St. Thomas a lead. Then Clarendon did a lead. Then Westmoreland did a lead. And then St. Mary did a lead after and things. So the whole idea that if St. Thomas is considered like, the Obeah parish, I don't think it is so. I mean, if anybody want to disagree with that, or if you don't know other things we me don't know, please, you can call in and educate me and the listeners about that. But again, these are things that people don't like really talk about openly, But people actively use their services and they don't see it as a bad thing. They see it as them say just as how you go give a pastor your money and make the pastor pray for you or whatever, because the pastor supposedly have access to certain supernatural powers to change your fortunes in certain way through prayer, through ritual, through whatever. Then basically I say the same thing them do when them go to a spiritualist who you call a Obeah man because them black, them rap them head, them beat kete drum and them something there, and them beat the rackler drum and thing, right? And the movements and the song, all, are more African than they are European. But the argument is basically, just a follow the negative thing where they established by the racists them at the past, but we don't do anything different from when we go talk to a spiritualist, or we go talk to a Obeah man, and them thing there, whatever, and see, right? So, and whether you believe in these things or not, that is not the issue, You're free for disbelieve, or free for believe, or believe somebody, or disbelieve somebody. No one big man, no one big man. I'm just giving you like an historical reference for you to understand why, if you're actively applying a script that you were not aware of, but you just think you just live with what you know, because say this bad and this good, I am basically giving you some of the whys. Why you were taught that this is bad, why you were taught that this is good. That's all I'm doing, right? So in answer to, my St. Thomas colleagues and thing, whatever, who I think have some of the best mango them over there, Lord God, I used to go down there for them. St. Thomas East Indian taste different, man. St. Thomas East Indian eat different. Me not care nobody wants to feed them East Indian mango they on one different level and think them mango they will tire, man. No pun intended. But yeah, if St. Mary, like about 10 years ago, up to them time there, St. Mary, on the street, if you're in the street, like a witch parish around the Obeah thing, it was St. Mary. I don't know if that has changed. I don't know if it has diminished and decreased or whatever, but we see how that goes. Anybody have anything else to say? We're going to take a break and we'll come back. You call in and you tell me what you want to know about anything along them lines there. And thing, or anything where additional where we need for know, or we need for know, I should say, or whatever. And thing. So we're going to break and soon forward.
Decades of hits from the classics to current tracks. You'll find it all on the BRIDGE99 FM, the station for everyone.
New style, yes, new flow, yes.
The Bridge.
The Bridge 99 FM to the world.
This is Zion Stewart, and you're listening to my dad, the awesome Ragashanti, on BRIDGE99 FM.
876-676-4996, 876-676-4999. Sometimes when I have me just on a love for just sit back and all the met. Well, some people tell me, say, Raga, no, it's not a bad thing. We kind of like it sometimes when you share them things, particularly about Jamaican culture and whatever and things like that. And, well, that is appreciated and thing. But it's still a talk show, 876-676-4996, 876-676-4996. Anything you want to have to say, give me a link and make me know. Right, 876-676-4996, 876-676-4996, 876-676-4996. Saint Elizabeth, again, people. I mean, the practice of Obeah is all over Jamaica. It's all over Jamaica. St. Elizabeth or Hanover, I don't know to what extent either of those parishes may have been like the go-to parish for this sort of thing. I don't know. I probably am out of the loop with that. Some of you may think St. Elizabeth or Hanover. I don't really know. Again, I'm not saying it did only happen a certain place. It's just always all over Jamaica, and the lines are kind of blurred in terms of what is Obeah and what is not Obeah and whatever and things like that. But all I was just making an argument is that some parish, at different times, phases in Jamaican history, some parish lead over some. We had a caller. This was from St. Mary. So this woman go to an Obeah man at St. Mary. And then the man end up must go kill for. Boy, I tell you, some animal go through it with them people with them and do them thing, and sacrifice and this and that or whatever. But anyway, the man, some of these images kind of trouble on. I don't have any problem with it, obviously. But, the killing of animals. But and them love takes up on the fowling. The fowling go through it with all kind of church rituals and things like that and thing. Fowl them go through it. But the man must wait name they kill fowl. Then use the full blood, mix it up with all kind of thing. Be the woman in night and whatever, and then tell her, say, she can wash it off for how many days? If anybody remember that mix up there, you can call in and remind her. But it was several days. But the problem was, she was from Kingston. And I sent me where she go. And a public transportation she take. So a public transportation she'd have to take for go back. But remember the man who rub her up in the full blood, mix up with all kind of things and whatever. And the woman, she not a choice. You know, she what she not gonna do? She can't walk from St. Mary go all the way back to Kingston. How long walk that? She shouldn't reach for days. You understand? And probably that tired and drop down. So she have to take transportation. But the woman gonna take a transportation and that time she done well, you know, rub up in her full blood and and thing or whatever. I don't know if anybody remember the details that I mix up there. You can call you and tell you. There was another mix up where we get where God, how it go now? The woman no. The man got the Obeah man for tie him woman. Right? Him go the Obeah man for tie him woman. Somebody see him and thing and whatever, and go tell and go no, I'm not tell it right. Him go the Obeah man for go tie a woman. Somebody did see him and go tell femme woman because the woman when him tie wasn't femme woman, right? And I think femme woman know the thing say she get tied to. Cause then she go to the Obeah man now and ask the Obeah man if whatever, and the Obeah man go tell she say, which the Obeah man probably is a Gina. The Obeah man go tell say, yeah, him they tie you to. And thing. And then the Obeah man charge she money for for untie her from him. Which is probably not ever go so or whatever. But there was something about the woman that go back. There's something about the woman that go back and thing. And femme woman that go back for tie somebody else. Something along them lines. I forget that one. Then there was this big one. Who remember that one who did come, that big Obeah one that did come from one place in England named Derby. Who remember that big, that one that did go on for about, that mix up that did run for like several weeks, you know. At that time, let me tell you how that mix up that they go. You know about our TamFam, my brethren, Shabba up at England. You remember when Shabba they call in, and you remember when Shabba tell about Puntuluntun? You remember when Shabba tell about Puntuluntun? And when Obeah mix up the bus out at Derby. And how them work Obeah there, so, and then the man must go Jamaica. And them go over Maypen Cemetery. And them go get bone out of Maypen Cemetery, dead people bone. And then greater the bone and what they not do. And sitting, and it go back to England. And big dance did keep. I wish the name, a DNT. Who remember it? No, man, Tina, that. No, Tina, the Set Me Free Obeah mix-up was one different one, man. I wonder if Tina might write, you know. Because remember, so we did end up have a Set Me Free party, you know. End up have a Set Me Free party at Bronx. And we did have it at Florida. So it's like me did keep one Friday night and then the next one, the next Saturday night we'll fly down. The first show, what's your name, they perform on? I mean, put her up on that show, the Set Me Free show. What's your name? We live at Florida. I want to soon tell me her name. Red Flag. What's your name? I mean, put her up on the first show. The first show she ever go on and whatever. Because she called the show and whatever and they encourage her and thing. And that was a Set Me Free show. But was the Set Me Free, Tina, was the Set Me Free show related to the Derby Obeah mix-up? But I know so the Set Me Free thing was a Obeah, Wally British. Yeah. The first show Wally British though. The first show Ragashanti put Wally, and it's me volunteer. A long time I do them something, you know, people. A long time I do them something. I look out for people and whatever and thing like that. And then, you know, the people them who you look out for, boy, some of them just end up beat your back and talk all kind of things. And I learn my lesson now. Tina, was the Set Me Free thing, the whole Set Me Free thing, was it related to the Derby Obeah Mixup or was it something else? And that's where it come from with the whole thing about Puntoluntun and Shabba and thing and who left Derby over England and come down and yeah, your mother say, yeah man, Set Me Free dance. The man did keep the set. Yes, you're right. Say people are yeah. Yes, no, right. Thank you, on the right. That them you keep the Set Me Free dance at England. Yeah. All right. Yeah, man. Okay, yes. And that's where it come from. Yeah, okay, cool. So we didn't have that. But that was big dirty Obeah because it was like wifey and matey and Obeah and Obeah, this and that and mash up and for Obeah make mash up and all kind of things and what. Yo, that mix up that did go on for like weeks, you know, man. And when the details come out, I don't know if anybody can call in and remind me, but somebody did fly come back at Jamaica in terms of to line up with Obeah properly. And then there was something about the Obeah. How it go? I don't know, Tina, if you can remind me, but there was something about the Obeah were involved going down a Maypen Cemetery for go dig up grave and take out dead people bone and then sitting there and must go great at the bone and listen to me now, man. So I'm sitting there where they come out and whatever. So over the years we have had several interesting Obeah mix-ups and sitting and thing. I don't remember. Yeah, man. Wally British, yeah. Yeah, it was, yeah. The first show Wally British do, it was part of Set Me Free show then. And it's me invite her upon it and thing. And whatever. So Wally British, come do your thing, you have a talent and thing and whatever. And me little this and that did settle right there. So after that done and I'm not about going and come stop learn my lesson, man. Me have to just kind of easy, because again, me always I use a Bob Marley quote. Bob Marley, simple thing. Bob Marley say, you have to understand, say the only people can hurt you are the people who you're close to or you interact with or whatever. Yeah, and then the people who eventually move certain way with me where particularly, where they think, them reach a level where them forget more are people whom I look out for. And people whom I not look out for, like, me and them good. Me and the one them whom I not look out for, me and them good. But me have other people whom I look out for and me and them good too. But in terms of certain things and whatever, I want them who me voluntarily look out for. Cause I'm telling you, my mother did tell me, say, if you go somewhere good, try and bring at least one person with you. So, one or more, So the principle, Miss Cherry teach me that something there, And thing, but remember that part, that thing, the man, cause we did have one at Bronx, and Bronx it talk in a what the club name of a Bronx again? Not Mingles, man. They are the one where they're near to I-95. What name? Garage. It's same one, Garage. You couldn't walk in a garage, man. You couldn't walk in a garage and then we go so boom. And we carried it the very next day. We carried it, go back down one club of Florida named Vibes Lounge. That spelled VYBES. VYPZ. VYPZ. Lounge down what it named half commercial down this and thing. Them days of them time the Rivicon trang up in a TamFam and all these things. Them days I did nice though, you know. Them days I did nice though, you know. In them days I did nice. Norma Johnson. Nice wife, big up yourself. Yeah. Yeah, nice wife, big up yourself. Yeah, man, them days, them event there, because we do all kind of things, you know, with the set me free thing, you know, we did have all kind of little antics I go on the stage and be a thing, you know. It did, you know, them time there, we were having fun. We were having fun. Thing did I go on with, be a something them time there, you know. Yeah, well, you don't know where. As life trad on and thing and whatever, you go through different thing and you adjust accordingly. And you make some choices and thing and, you know, as you cut and go through, you know, you have to make some adaptation and some adjustment and try your best to learn from your thing. Give me that call quick, the Prezi. Prezi, give me that call. Hello?
Hello?
Yeah, great. Yeah, Tina, what go on?
Yeah. So, what me there say, with the Set Me Free dance, yellow and black. Remember it was a yellow and black
yes,
dance?
Torati. Yes.
Yes, and black.
Yes, you're right. Yellow and black. Yeah.
One of the things with the woman when they go down from England, and when them go and grate at the bone,
yeah.
When she go at the Obeah man, must say Manchester or wherever there, and them did have, they must say when she go there, and like the man did to put something in the fridge, and when she said when the man opened the fridge, one dolly in the fridge with the man name already, like somebody else did start with pin in him.
Well. No, well, explain that part there. You think, you know, some things that me are confused. You never hear me talk about one where somebody go on something they did already. Me feel that me are confused. No, explain that part there again. Other part that did go, me remember. Yeah, she fly down. Yeah.
When she come down and she go at the Obeah man.
Yeah.
And she bring most of the bone them with them grater.
Yeah.
And try fix the person over England.
No, but remember, but the bone they come and the bone never come from me pen cemetery.
Yeah, man, but them they have to bring it. They should have to bring it to the Obeah man.
To the Obeah man, okay. And then what again?
Yes.
How that they go no?
But when she reached, there's like somebody did first her to the said Obeah man, because when the man opened the place, one dolly did in there with pin in it already with the name for the same man where she had tried to fix over England.
Yes, you're right. Yes. You're right. You're right about that part there. You're right about that part there. You're right about that part.
Already. But
remember them say the Obeah did work.
Say when they yes, man, because when they Set Me Free dance at England, it's like them use one £5 or them do something to the £5.
Well, I tell the entity did I tell about the mix-up or she did involve in it too. Because there was something about one woman yard where some people they live to.
Yes.
The entity never did a woman yard or something like so.
Yes, she did involve, but she did try to call a clear up fair side. But then the mix-up go on for about a month.
Yeah, man.
Somebody call her try to clear up them name.
Every minute somebody call and give a different angle because the woman who them said it, who over the brother who did have the money and him did life, did go on good fame and thing. DNT used to part with that woman there, yeah. The part there.
Same way, yes. And then it end up saying the two of them must take the same man and one heap of sitting.
What? It was what? It's like every day we get one different angle.
£5 at the dance, and I saw them find out about it because them see the £5 and something what happened to the £5 and them can't spend the £5.
Well, you see, me no good for remember them the thing them sometimes. That's why you have to help me, you know.
You hear too much thing, man. You
No,
hear too much thing.
I'm head, I can't remember. Because it was that time we hear about Puntuluntun, you know. Because no Puntul...
Yes, man. Shabba come tell we.
But Puntuluntun never did call. We took a couple times. No, Puntuluntun they call a couple times too.
Yes, man. He call a couple times.
And give him angle pan the derby Obeah mix up. Yes, right.
Of course.
Yeah, me I remember the something.
Big dirty Obeah mix up.
Yeah, me I tell you, hey, that one that did a run the thing for weeks. That mix up, they did a run the thing for weeks.
Yes,
it did have derby lock.
England name call.
Yeah, and people call in and I clear up them name.
Fraternity.
Yeah, call in and I clear up them name and say who did do what and who do what or whatever, man. Our next level thing that and you know. You're the one that did rack up people, man, make people look on the Obeah thing different. And I said, then I saw the thing.
When them straight say, with the sweetest part of the part, and she straight say, all right, she got it locked now because she has got Jamaica.
Yeah.
Because apparently the other person, one of the other person in the mix-up couldn't travel. And she has said, she got flap them because she can't travel. And when she got Jamaica, it's like she makes some...
No, she had traveled to get the real thing from yard. Yeah.
Exactly. But she never knows that the person where they are in England could travel already pay somebody went down a yard and forgot to see a Obeah man. It's already when she reached there.
Yeah.
She's nearly dead.
Because because the boy
and the dolly full of pin and the name upon the dolly. And him have it at the fridge.
then what it happened to is, correct me if I'm wrong, cause the word wasn't that all the Obeah she did that work, she couldn't tie the youth because the youth they must have left her and go and take the other woman or something like so.
Yes.
End up left her. Yeah, end up left her and thing. And it was one big yes, man. It was set me free. It lead to
Shabba said she too late. Shabba said she late. She late.
Yeah. Well, you know, Shabba did start tell about it. Shabba did start tell about it, but I know about it, you know. Shabba did start tell about that Obeah mix up there. Shabba they London and him know about it at Derby. Because a Puntuluntun did make him did know about it and thing or whatever. Because the first time we hear that name there, we laugh. So we say, why him name Puntuluntun? Yo, them days there, the thing I go on with beer something, man. Me I tell you, beer something.
I mix up very hard.
Yeah, man. No, thanks for that clarification because you give us some detail we never remember. Me never remember them so the big up yourself here.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Yeah, I mean that come out of the discussion people where me I say me not think say people them have it St. Thomas panda level here. Like people still say them things they are St. Thomas. But again, I tell you why people say them things that they are St. Thomas when it's just Kumina and revivalism and them something they're strong. You know, somehow not old enough to remember Queenie, who was a Kumina queen and when she had dance and all these things and whatever, you know? So that's why St. Thomas did get that name there. But the place, it was other places where it really run the thing in actual, you know, when certain places are going. And then the last place me know was actually St. Mary. I don't know if those things are still prominent in Jamaica, if people still do them something there. Or if any parish around the place, I don't know anything anyway, you know. But Jamaica, colorful as always. Well, the more modern term right now is festive, you know. Art of a buzz. And sitting and whatever, you know. Jamaica, something, as would I say, something always a keep. We always have some vibe or something around the place and thing and whatever, you know. Entertaining and engaging. That is who we are. People take care of themselves. I'll be back on Wednesday. You know, for juggler. I like them look laid back type of thing, you know. I know that I get old or nothing. I like when the thing just kind of chill and we still a laugh and we still a learn, laugh, learn and grow. We still a learn about Jamaica and all these things and whatever. I like them look something, you know. Sometimes the craziness and the madness and thing, like, I kind of have a decreased appetite for some of them or whatever, you know. But not that way, you know, we're not jiggy same way and we're not have energy same way, but we're not mind, you know, just kind of have a look mellow reasoning and thing. Big up on yourself, people, you know. Sooner when and thing, all right? Take care of yourself. Out the road.